Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Respect and Praise Show with yours truly, Miguel Mike Medina, Triple M. And on this episode, man, I am so proud to have this guy on this episode. He's a talented photographer. I met this person at a film festival back in 2018, and I'll be honest with you, I did not expect for us to have the kind of relationship in terms of collaborating with one another. I've had the privilege of doing two photo shoots with him. He is just great behind the camera, and I can't wait to work with this guy more often because there's a mutual respect, mutual admiration between us, and that's something I'm always looking forward to seeing in a person. And man, I can't wait to show you guys what this man, his journey, how they fell in love with photography, and where he is now. And here's more of his work. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to present to you New Jersey's own, the photographer, Chris Feliz. Chris, thank you for joining me today. How are you, bro?
Man, I'm good. How about you, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I want to start this interview because you're such a talented photographer. So, all of us want to know, how did you get into photography and what made you want to do this?
It's a funny story, but I think it's a great story just to pretty much show people that you know, um, the passion kind of finds you rather than you trying to find your passion. But it was in high school. I had a photography class, and I would always cut it because it wasn't really one of the main classes I had to take in order to get to the next grade. And this was my junior year, so I would always cut it, always cut it, always cut it. Up until one time during Christmas, I was like, let me just walk in here and show my face. I was embarrassed by it too, but I showed up in there, and I remember the teacher, Mr. Bediglio. I think, yeah, Mr. Bediglio. Shout out to Mr. Bediglio, Union City High School. Um, he I remember he assigned everybody a camera, and he was rotating the cameras and stuff like that. So instantly I just took interest, and for some weird reason I just started thinking about the places that I could take photos of. And it was just weird. It was just a new feeling. It was just like so weird because it was like out of all things in the world, I was chasing to be a music producer. I took video, I would do videos and stuff. I enjoyed it, acting and stuff like that, but it was always music production. But I don't know, man. I just picked up the camera, and I instantly fell in love with it, and yeah, I was like, forget music. I'm gonna start doing this. So yeah, so I just fell in love with it since, and I'm here today. But however, when I picked up the camera in high school, I graduated in 2013 as a senior, obviously as a senior. Um, and I didn't get to own my own camera till 2017. So, that whole gap, I didn't even get to touch a camera. But all those years, I knew I just wanted to get my own camera and stuff like that. And, I just didn't know how I was going to get one, it being so expensive. And but yeah, 2017, I made the effort, to get one, got one, and I'm here today. I'm here today, thank God.
What's the most exciting part about being a photographer?
Honestly, meeting new people. I've met so many amazing people, and I was never really a person that, prior to coming back into photography, I was never a person that really looked to meet new people. I was always to myself, and I always knew how to get along with people. I just didn't really look forward to I was like an introvert, you could say. But yeah, then I kind of knew I had to come out of my comfort zone, and to work with models, and male models, female models, artists, etc. And that's one of the greatest things. But I think that the number one thing, the best part about it is the fact that it motivates me to go to different places. Like, I was already like 20 years old, and I've never even crossed the Brooklyn Bridge, or I've never even gone that way up until I got the camera, and I would have never thought of going to Boston, Canada, Chicago, all these different places, if it wasn't for the camera. So it's like, it's not even me taking the camera, it's the camera taking me. So I think that that's definitely been the absolute best part about being a photographer.
Out of all the places you traveled, which one do you enjoy the most doing your photography work?
Chicago has to be, well, obviously, if you're talking about traveling, you know, definitely Chicago. But New York is always the best spot, because it just offers so much. It offers so much, and no matter how many times no matter how many photos I take of the city, it always feels new. I feel like you could only take so much of different areas and have that new feeling. Like, people are always going to enjoy New York, because it's just a city that really never sleeps. It's just a city that is constantly changing. But outside of New York, it has to be Chicago. Chicago it comes very, very close to New York in terms of what it offers. The size of the city, the energy. It's just a beautiful place, and I wish people didn't see it as what the hip hop community portrays it to be. But I mean, there's still more places for me to visit, obviously. So, but as far as the places I've gone to, it has to be Chicago for sure.
What places do you have in mind that you want to go to?
So, well, Canada was I've been to Canada. I think that was definitely another beautiful place. Very, the lifestyle out there is different. But I would love to go back to Canada. I would love to go back to Chicago. Well, Chicago mainly, I didn't feel like I did enough, and there was so many places that I didn't have the time to really take photos of. But as far as a new scenery, it'll definitely have to be San Francisco, um, Alaska. People sleep on Alaska. And I mean, Hawaii definitely. But I think the main places I have in mind is definitely San Francisco, Alaska, Washington State, and overseas. I would love to visit Turkey and Japan and China. I think those are the main places I would love to visit. Before my time is up. But there's so many places. It's overwhelming. It's super overwhelming. But I'm really working hard on just making sure that I can visit some of these places, at least maybe, or make at least 2 trips a year or 3 trips a year if possible. It being that the flights are expensive, COVID restrictions, having needing the money to spend while you're out there, stuff like that. But other than that, like, right at the moment, at this very moment, it definitely have to be San Francisco and Alaska. Those are the two places that I definitely want to visit for sure.
I know this is a very cliche question to ask, but it's still a question that intrigues us to ask. So I'm going to go and ask you about this one. And that question is, where do you see yourself in 10 years as a photographer?
If you want me to be honest, I don't see myself anywhere in 10 years, 5 years, because 5 years ago, I didn't see myself in this position. Life is just a mystery, and the truth is, it's like you pretty much have to do whatever it takes today at this moment in order to make the life you want tomorrow, and I've been able to accomplish so much because I'm such a freestyler, like I go by what I feel like. I never ever planned uh any of my work, where I'm gonna go next, nothing like that. Like everything is just what I feel in the moment. So, so that I can pretty much, excite the people, give people what they want to see. And that by default takes me has taken me to a lot of places, has helped me meet a lot of people, that I never thought in my life I was gonna meet. So for me to say, in 10 years I see myself doing this, doing that, you really can't say, because when we were all 15, I'm pretty sure when we were all 15 to 20, I'm pretty sure we all said, oh, in 5 years I'll be married and have a kid, or this, that, and the third, or have my own home. We all made these plans, but as you get older, you realize that's just not how it works. You really have to live it, or yeah, pretty much live in the moment. At least that's my opinion. Others could have a different opinion, but my definitely, I just live in the moment, freestyle, enjoy the day, enjoy this moment, because tomorrow's never promised, and we really gotta put in the work in order to live that life we want to live tomorrow. That's my philosophy, or theory, or belief.
Yes, that's a very good message. I'm glad that you said that. And where can we see more of your work?
I got Instagram and Twitter. I say Twitter's my main account. That's where I get all the love and support from. Shout out to everybody on Twitter that's been showing me immense amount of love and support, all these years, from my I'm from Jersey series, New York, and all those other places I mentioned before. Instagram, all even though I made Instagram first, but prior to it being a photography page, it was just my personal page, and then I had switched over. But I mean, from what it was to what it is now, is it's been a great change. So shout out to everybody that has been supporting me on that too. But I recently just hit 10,000 followers again on my Twitter account, which I'm very happy, because I lost about 200 to 300, within a year. Some people deactivate their account, or because I do get so many notifications, I'll pop up on the timeline. So people just end up, unfollowing for whatever reason. But I was able to, or maybe sometimes, like, I'll go a while without posting anything or creating anything due to personal reasons. But nah, everything is cool, and I think I'm just getting started, man. Honestly, I'm just getting started. I've been at it since 2017, but this is really the year where I feel that I'm starting to work with bigger names, and starting to get some really great ideas, and some ideas that I feel like are really gonna put me on the next level. I mean, I know that has nothing to do with where they could find me, but but I know I'm going off topic, but it's definitely something I wanted to speak about. I have a lot of great ideas, and uh, I feel like I can really change the way people view photography. I know people just think about photos, but I have so many other things that I'm gonna put out there for people to grasp on, for people to see, and that it's just not photos. That is so much more to that. So sorry to get off topic, but it just kind of reminded me to talk about it.
Chris, like I tell everyone, this is a platform to give people their flowers while it's still here, as well as help people get more exposure, especially those who don't have a massive following on social media. Chris, much respect to you, much love to you. I'm very proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're a tremendous talent, and I just can't wait to see more of what you'll be doing in the future.
Thank you so much. To go back to the topic, for people to find me, on both my Twitter and Instagram account, which are my main accounts. Is Chris Feliz underscore Feliz, like Feliz Navidad. So it'll be Chris FELIZ underscore, both on Twitter and Instagram. I do have TikTok and other little things like that, but I don't really share that just because I don't use it. But yeah, those are my main accounts, and hopefully people could see this and follow. And but shout out to you, man. You've been doing a lot of great things as well. Let's not just make this about me. You've been doing a lot of great things, man. And I just want to let you know that, I appreciate you for always working with me, and you've been such a great person that I've met since the film festival a couple years ago. And the things that you have accomplished, man, are doesn't go unnoticed, at least not by me and by many. So thank you for doing what you're doing. And I appreciate you so much. And anything that you need from me, bro, you got my number. Definitely reach out to me whenever, bro.
Well, guys, that does it for this episode's The Respect and Praise Show. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode. And like I always say, have mutual respect, mutual love, and mutual admiration. So until next time.